Talking of the Town podcast post-match, Potton 1, Dunstable Town 2. Here with Dunstable Town manager Steve O'Reilly. Steve, we said in the week when I spoke to you on Monday, we wanted a reaction from last weekend's game, and boy, did we get it. Probably the best Dunstable Town performance we've seen so far this season, mate. You must be over the moon.
Yeah, delighted. I said to the boys before the game, and I looked around what we've done in the dressing room, and look, we've added a couple of players this week that we said we would do, and we've got a good group and a strong group, and we've been. The group I think is better than what we've been putting on the pitch in the last few games, and better than where the league position shows. And I think you start to see, that was, we spoke a lot about when I first arrived in terms of what does the Steve O'Reilly team need to look like for Dunstable Town, and what does a team that Dunstable Town, the fans deserve, like that look like it today for me. The way that we were disciplined in our shape, the way we hunted and pressed and were aggressive and, stood up to the physical task in the game. We easily could have, after the goal and the penalty and that whole incident, we easily could have let that go the other way. And over the last couple of weeks, we've probably been in those circumstances and not had the right response to those moments. Today we had it, and there was good leadership on the pitch, but really good individual performances across the board. So, look, really, really pleased. I said to the lads in there, though, it's important that that's not just the start. Yeah, not just a start, and we do it one game. It's something that we have to build on now, game on game.
Yeah, is that football in a nutshell today? We sat here when me and you spoke on Monday about last week's game at London Lions, and we sit here a week later. That's football in a nutshell. How do we now get that consistency?
I mean, it is football like that. And you look, I've been very aware in terms of, and still very am, like the criticism that we've had at times and, the question marks over what we're doing and the progress stuff are fair because the results haven't been there. And, I'm an honest person and reflective of the group, and we've not been good enough. And, that reflection in terms of, okay, yeah, look, that's how football goes. I don't really quite like that saying. I think that, people talk about fine margins in games, but a lot of the time to turn fine margins, you have to make huge effort and a huge improvement. And I thought I saw a huge improvement today in just our attitude in the way that we played and the way that we hunted. And like I said, I think that, I'm honest and I understand, we've not been good enough, and I've said that to the players. And, my belief in terms of what we can do, is reflected in terms of what we've just put on the pitch there today. The big challenge now is it can't just be a one-off. It's all frustrating now that we've got to wait a few weeks until our next league game. But, we've got some cup games coming up. We've got important games coming up where we pull the group together again. And we've got to build on it. Like I say, it can't just be a one-off game and then you and me are talking 3 or 4 weeks down the line and go, oh, we know that we can do it because we did it at Potton. It needs to be the next time we have the conversation, we go, yeah, the performance we've built on what we did last time. So that's really important as well.
What was really good today, just finishing up, Steve, how disciplined we were. There were certain times of the game, albeit for whatever reason, the referee or the gods were seemed against us. The lads were really disciplined. What we did seem to do today as well was manage the game so well. There was times me and you have spoke many times throughout the season where you've said like, well, we didn't manage this situation. Today, I thought we were superb in the way we managed the game from the first minute to the last minute. That must have really pleased you.
Yeah, we played like a good Spartan Step 5 team today and made good decisions in good situations. And we played, we spoke about it the other week. We played the scenarios and not just, okay, at times, yeah, you want to be able to get the ball and play, but actually in times in the last 10 minutes of games, you got to put the ball in the corner and you go and make it difficult for them and make them have to come 90 yards from a throw-in to try and score against you. And those type of things that we haven't been doing. We're making it easy for teams. Look, a really, let's reflect on it, really poor goals for us to give away again. And it could have, it could have gone the other way for us, but our response was really good. And there was good leadership out there on the pitch today. And look, bringing in people like Alfie, but I thought some of the lads who've been around for us previously stepped up today. I really saw that. And you saw like Luca in his role. I thought he was excellent. He's coming up against very good players and was excellent. So, look, really, really pleased with that. But yeah, we just have to build on it now. We've got to make sure that this isn't just like a one-off game for us that we go, yeah, that was, went away from home and grabbed another win. It's got to be right. That's who we are. Now we've got to build on it and we can get better. I'm looking at this group and we can get better. Some of the football we played at times was fantastic. We've got technically really good players. We have to make sure that the other side of the game's there as well.
Steve, absolute pleasure as always, mate. Congratulations to you and the team. Cheers, mate.